Welcome back in for episode 2 of the series. So, right where we left off last time, they said after I ended the recording that they wanted us to add a fitness center. So, we will do that. But before we do, I'm going to add a corridor. I wish it wasn't so dark over here. And how do I undo that? Whatever. I was actually going to move that, but it is fine. Whatever. We'll deal with it. We're going to go down to here. We have a door here already. We're going to need to add. I'm going to add a door on this side, a door on this side to get out there. Add one to our very boring bedroom. Why not add one right into the break room? And we'll get one over here where we will put in our fitness center. Now, the thing that I've noticed about the fitness center is it doesn't need to be that big because there's really not much variety. You've got a punching bag, you got bench press. That's it. I'd like to see them add more down the road. But we'll start off by getting 3 of those set up. Bring it around this way. Try not to make you all too dizzy. I'll add 3 of those there. What else? A couple benches to sit at. Rotate it. We'll put one over here. And we'll put one over here. Might actually put one kind of in the middle here as well. We're going to add a couple TVs to the wall. Maybe a nice plant. That might be a little too big of a plant. Something like that. Just randomly place these down. Not worry about even them out or anything like that. And that's probably good for now. Unless I was just thinking, which is always pretty brilliant when I start doing that. This isn't what I was thinking, but we'll add that in there for whatever reason. I was looking for lights. It'd be even better if they had outdoor lights. Now we got outdoor trees, but that's about it. Got some sidewalk going up this way. Oh no. Really got to figure out how to do the undo button. I don't know, so we'll just pretend like that wasn't a mistake and that's exactly what I meant to do. Sure, if I would take 2 seconds to look into it, I could figure it out, but I don't care that much. Oh, look at that. Did it perfect right to the door. Anyways. Now I'm all discombobulated with the map being rotated. Switch that back over this way a bit. And send him over there. One of these times I'll have to start by doing the large base. Well, what I'm going to do is... Does that fit in there if I had a street? I think it would. Let me try this. We're gonna add 2 big spots there. Then, since this place is kind of blocked off over here, we're gonna add ourselves a nice oak tree. That might be about it. I don't have much for outdoor decorations. While I'm here, I'm gonna take this locker. I'm gonna add a few by both of these doors. I think we will need to be adding another break room at some point, because so I mean that bedroom's huge, and I mean eventually you'll have a bunch of workers in there. There's really no need for it. Whatever. Let's actually get some calls and get going. I'll wash that. What do I got for research points? 49. 1 away from that. I get we're supposed to have clean cars, but I feel like the gas is so important. I'm going to do gas again. I'll hold off. CF, please, I could have more vehicles. Able to do speed controls, alcohol control. This one might happen soon just because you can get the paddy wagon and you can hold more prisoners, because there has been multiple times where we've had a car full. I've never really tried it, but I guess we could probably try to use that to our advantage and have the other cops deal with the incident, kind of have that van roll through and pick up the prisoners and transport, so we can have them transport like six of them at a time.
Traffic lights at an intersection have failed. Traffic must be directed manually. Location, North Mills Street.
Get them down there to deal with that traffic light.
A noise disturbance caused by loud party music is reported from a residential building. The caller must be located and questioned. Location, North Bedford Street. The troublemaker must be found.
I think that's plenty of time to get that done. Oh, yeah. Get this out of the way quick.
The problem has been solved and the traffic light is working again. Residents report that youth are damaging a street lamp. Location, Wisconsin Avenue. The caller was located and questioned. A complaint was filed. A pickpocketing incident has been reported. The thief must be caught quickly. Location, Turtle Island. Officers made contact with the people in the apartment. They agreed to behave appropriately for the time of day.
Slow that down a little bit.
The perpetrators were caught in the act and arrested. perpetrator was successfully arrested. A stray animal has been reported. Arrangements must be made for transport to a shelter. Location Langdon Street.
Alright. We're going to take this car here. And we're going to send them down. Send them down here in front of the Kohl Center.
There is a calf on the road that escaped from a trailer.
It's actually not far off. They have some agriculture buildings over here, and there's actually a bunch of cows.
The calf was caught and loaded back onto the truck. Callers report a danger zone. Get an overview of the situation at the scene. Location North Fairchild Street.
And you know what we're gonna do? Wait for these guys to get to where they're going. Get them started up quick here. And we're gonna go to the base. And we're gonna unlock the fire department. So now that we did that, we can go in here. Oops. I actually, hold on here. What did I do? There we go. Now they're unlocked. Now we're gonna go in here.
Attention, festival. Many people in a confined space could attract pickpockets.
I'm gonna go with the black and red from Orlando. Those are not cheap. And we're actually gonna get a second one. The LA one as well. Going to employees. New. Hire everybody who's got a little bit of skill. And some that don't have much skill at all. Might have overdone it right there.
A missing manhole cover was found.
We'll put it back on. I was driving one day years ago down Langdon right here. A manhole cover blew up out of the road right in front of me. There's a big fire down in the pipes.
A dispute has broken out in a restaurant. The situation needs to be investigated. Location Starbucks.
It's kind of something cool to see. Luckily, nobody was hurt. Oh. So what happened to the cop? I was meant to send that one down here, but I never seen him again. Probably sent him off somewhere else. What we're gonna do is send them right there. And then once they get there, I'll show you why.
A possible drug deal between two people was reported. The situation needs to be investigated. Location Observatory Drive.
They sure are selling a lot of drugs up there on Observatory Drive. Alright. So this guy's where we wanted him.
The danger zone has been secured.
And we're gonna have him run traffic control right there. Oh, I didn't even see that all the way down here.
There's a loud dispute in the restaurant regarding the bill. Settle the dispute before it escalates.
These are fire trucks. I'm sure that's a pain in the ass to get in and out of there. And since we noticed in the last one that they do not give us a full tank when we buy them, we will go ahead and fill those up. As you can see, you can fit a lot of people in here. I didn't realize the Liberty, or they're both Liberties. Why is that one 9? Oh, just must because we don't have enough people. I don't know. Whatever. He's still driving all the way down there as far away as possible.
The bartender is said to have charged for more drinks than were consumed. The parties involved come to an agreement on the spot. The suspects were checked, but no drugs were found.
Traffic control has got 2 of the 3 people they needed already.
A person's smartphone was snatched from their hand and stolen. The thief must be caught quickly. Location, West Johnson Street.
Send them both down there. We're doing good money-wise.
A heavily intoxicated man is reported on the street, harassing pedestrians and damaging property. Location, Cask and Ale.
I'm actually surprised we haven't got any fire calls yet. Feel bad for these guys. They're tired. I don't think they're going to be able to do that on their own. Which is unfortunate, just so far away.
The perpetrator was successfully arrested.
I think this might go slower too, like when the officers are tired. So this guy should help out quite a bit when he gets down there. If we need to, we might even send a third one down just to finish that up. The good thing is when it's just those additional tasks, you don't have to worry too much.
The intoxicated man reacts aggressively and attempts to flee. Injuries or damages may occur.
Oh, look at that. Look at the difference that made.
The perpetrator was successfully arrested.
The other guy didn't even have time to get there. They've met us $300 sitting there, but slow this down for a second while everyone's making it back to base. Let's see, they need to be washed big time. They need to be washed big time. They're doing all right, but I'm gonna have them refuel anyways. They're gonna go look at that and have them wash. Also gonna have them refuel. Also gonna have them refuel. Check on this. It's because of our dirty vehicles. What is going on with the fire department? Why have I not got any calls? So, I've been thinking while I've been uploading videos. I cannot figure out what people prefer with videos as far as length. So, if you have any opinion, you can let me know in the comments if you prefer like a short 20-minute video, half hour, like 40 minutes, hour. It all just kind of depends. For me, I feel like I usually enjoy the videos to be a little bit longer, depending on what they are.
A water pipe has burst in a residential building. Turn off the water and pump the basement dry. Location, South Broome Street.
Certain creators, I definitely like the videos that are longer. Other ones, I understand why they would make them short, but I would assume everyone's got their opinion, and their opinion probably changes depending on their mood, even. So, what time is it?
A person attempted to enter the stadium with fireworks and are now banned from the stadium. Location, Cole Center. Security personnel must be interviewed, and their personal information must be recorded.
Fire truck's gonna take forever to get over there.
A shop reports a shoplifting incident. The perpetrator has to be picked up and arrested. Location, Studs.
They named a store after me?
A physical altercation between several persons was reported. Location, East Campus, EB. The witness statements were recorded. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The water was turned off.
Try to speed that up to make it more interesting for you guys, but when you're doing it that fast, it's easy to miss clicking on something and have time go by as nothing's getting accomplished. You'll see me constantly going back and forth between speed. Like, see, as soon as I started that time, somebody else shows up here.
A tree is blocking a road and needs to be removed.
Tree on the
Location,
road.
Wisconsin Avenue. A motorist attempted to drive past, resulting in scratches to their vehicle. The damage must be documented for insurance purposes.
How far you gotta go before you can turn
The
around?
perpetrator was successfully arrested. The brawl was successfully brought to an end. Further damage was prevented.
That is
The witness
actually
statements were recorded.
accurate for this city. When you're downtown, you gotta go quite a ways just to be able to turn around sometimes. Fire alarm. What we got for research points? 50. Stick with that refueling.
The tree has been successfully removed and the road is clear again. A teenager has become stuck in a baby swing. Observe the situation and decide how to free them. Location,
there.
West Mifflin Street.
Right over here at this park that's kind of cut off. I may have decided when I was 20
A 3-year-old is reported missing
To,
after a front door was left open.
climb
Gather
one of those small
information from the
swings.
parents to determine the next step. Location, West Dayton Street.
I did not mean to send them there. Is that
Callers
the...
report a
Whoa,
danger
whoa, whoa,
zone.
whoa.
Get an overview of the situation at the scene.
I think it's
Location,
actually the
North Park
firefighters have to
Street.
go to that swing. That's what I'm talking about, that fast speed. I'm glad I caught that. Cop can't do anything. I think the fire department's going to have to cut this kid out of the swing. Move a little faster there, come on.
The parents are not certain that the child left the house. Choose where you'd like to start the search.
Search the house first. If we search outside
The danger
first,
zone report was a false alarm. No further action is required.
wherever we search first, they're going to be in the other one. It's not always like that, but most of the time. You know, they're in the last place you look. Which always makes sense, because if you found it, why would you look somewhere else? Observe. They're just going to sit there and look at the kid.
The missing toddler was successfully located in their own home and no further assistance is required.
Nice, he was in the house. Little shit.
A building is on fire and needs to be extinguished. Location, West Doty Street. A crowd of people has formed around the burning building. Choose to use either the Halligan tool or the jaws of life to pry the swing apart.
That's going slow. The cops aren't doing so well. Everyone's tired. What the hell? Maybe we need to add a bunch more beds. Let's go. No time to rest. House has been burning for a while. That fire truck needs to get there.
The teenager has been successfully freed from the baby swing using the Halligan
Send that
tool.
one down there too. Have the cop working crowd control. Fire shows up. Extinguishing. That other cop will show up, help with crowd control.
The crowd is now at a safe distance from the fire. The fire has been successfully extinguished.
Sweet. Let's see how this car's doing. Well, they're looking pretty good. Much to worry about with them. They're gonna go back and wash.
Your efforts are impressive, and I would therefore like to entrust you with responsibility for the rescue service as well. You can now
EMS,
unlock the rescue service for free in the research menu.
definitely be holding off on that. Unless we want to unlock it and just speed through this city. Oop, we got a flooded basement. You know, send one of the fire trucks over there. It's not too far away. I don't know if anybody had noticed or not, but I changed the voice of the dispatch. And I made sure that switch everything over to miles instead of kilometers and whatnot. I can deal with the basement where everybody else can rest. Look through these vehicles one more time. They're all looking pretty good. I'm going to make them refuel just because we're here. I'm going to make them wash. And I'm also going to go into employees. And I'm going to grab a couple more firefighters. Hopefully that wasn't too many. It's one thing I've noticed about this game. You can sit here and it can go like this and everything's going fine. And you randomly hire some people or you get more vehicles or something and all of a sudden it just tanks. And it just a spiral downwards until you figure everything out. I am going to hide this.
Heat wave. High temperatures lead to more health problems.
I decided to hide that just so I didn't get tempted to start it because you get like $150,000 almost. We're going to send them not far. We'll just send them down to this intersection. We're going to have traffic control down there. I honestly should take the one cop out and just have one person in the car. They can just sit there and take their time with that, and you won't even have to think about it.
A smoke detector has reported the development of smoke. It must be checked whether a fire has broken out. Location, West Mifflin Street.
These guys ain't never going to get back to base. Eventually we'll get multiple bases and we can have another one over on the other side of town, so it makes it easier. Alright, they're where they need to be.
A slippery surface caused by an oil spill was reported at an intersection. Location, Wisconsin Avenue, West Gilman Street. The emergency responders entered the building and determined that it was a false alarm. A truck has caught fire at a construction site. Secure the scene and provide assistance to any injured people. Location, North Lake Street. A small fire has broken out at campsite. Location, East Gilman Street. The oil spill has been successfully cleaned up.
Well, that's good. This truck taken care of. Get that campsite taken care of. Maybe that cop will be able to, or the fire truck will be able to stop and do this on the way back.
The assigned emergency services cannot complete the task fire at campsite and are
Yeah,
waiting for
figured.
new instructions. The fire was extinguished. No campers were injured. The assigned emergency services cannot complete the task burning truck and are waiting for new instructions.
Got only 17. Reduce the dirt as well. So the one cool thing is once we get these up where like especially this one where we're not worried about the gas all the time, you can actually not even have your officers go back to base. You can have them just like sit around in different areas on the map. That way if
The
you get a
fire has
call,
been
people are
successfully
closer.
extinguished. A burglary has been reported in a residential building. The suspected perpetrator is still in the area around the building. Location, West Washington Avenue. Several residents witnessed the incident and should be interviewed.
I feel like some of these cops have been back there for a while. I don't know why they didn't sleep. It's sad.
The traffic lights at an intersection have failed. Traffic must be directed manually. Location, North Park Street, University Avenue.
I had to take them off of the traffic duty. Those other cops back at the base are too damn tired. Speaking of that, where are those fools? Right here. Look at them just sitting there when they could be sleeping. Well, I'm here thinking of this. We've got quite a few employees now. We'll add a couple more showers. Oh, that takes up way too much room. I'm not doing that. Hey, look, a lamp. I actually don't want that in there at all. An outdoor lamp is all I need. Right. Do that. You do that. You get there and start questioning.
A tree is blocking a road and needs to be removed. Location, Jerry Court.
Probably should have let those ones sleep and sent someone else, but
The witness statements were recorded.
they kind of annoyed me by just sitting in those chairs.
The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The problem has been solved and the traffic light is working again. A dispute has broken out in a restaurant. The situation needs to be investigated. Location is Station Inca.
Nothing the cop can do for now. See, if I did send the cop, though, someone would have drove by and scratched their car in a tree, and then they would have needed the cop there. So it's better to have them there and not need them.
The tree has been successfully removed and the road is clear again. There's a loud dispute in the restaurant regarding the bill. Settle the dispute before it escalates. said to have charged for more drinks than were consumed, the parties involved come to an agreement on the spot.
Something tells me we're about to get a fire really far away from the base. Oh, firefighters are sleeping, not letting the cops sleep. Hold on. Beds. Oh no. No. Alright, how do I grab these beds? Move. There we go. Rotate. Perfect. While we're here, we will do another desk. With another desk comes another employee. Actually, if any of these guys are sent to, we're gonna send them to there. They definitely need to go back to base. They should probably go back to base. So that's the problem, is our firefighters are taking all the beds so our cops couldn't sleep. Look, even now, I just added those beds and it's still the same thing. It's crazy. See, that guy wants to go to sleep. Right. I did it again. Nobody's in the gym. Speed this up some. Sure, all these guys are gonna be tired, yeah. Yeah, I can't send them to the vandalism. They gotta sleep. Of course, no beds for them again. There we go.
A 17-year-old girl reported hearing strange noises coming from her brother's apartment and fears he might be in danger. Location, Lathrop Drive.
And I know what this call is, so I will send the fire department as well. Which should open up a bunch of beds for people to go to bed.
A possible drug deal between two people was reported. The situation needs to be investigated.
Let me guess. Over here? Nope, not this time. Oh, wait. Where's the drug deal? Oh, it's right there. I was going to say maybe it would be down here. I'll let him do traffic control just because he's sitting there. I already sent someone there. One car is probably plenty. A couple weeks ago, I decided to buy a gaming PC, so I bought that, and along with that, I had to buy all these accessories and a desk to put it on, and lighting and monitors. So,
A dispute has arisen. The situation needs to be resolved.
yeah. Next time I get paid, I think I'm gonna look at getting a different chair. This one's all right. I took it from my workstation, but
The officer saw a drug deal taking place. All persons involved must be arrested.
after a few hours, it doesn't become the most comfortable thing in the world.
The officers questioned the 17-year-old. They could also hear the noises coming from the apartment. Despite knocking, ringing the doorbell, and calling out, the brother did not respond. The fire department must force the door open.
You guys want to take any guesses to what the guy and his girlfriend are doing in their locked apartment, making a bunch of noise?
The door has been opened and the apartment can now be entered. The dealer was arrested.
Come on. Am I not going to get that? It's going to be close.
The buyer was arrested.
Never mind.
The sister's concern turns out to be unfounded. The brother is fine and obviously in a great mood. He was having a good time with his girlfriend and simply didn't notice the world around him.
Let me know in the chat if you got that right.
A customer is demanding the marked price, but the salesperson insists on the higher amount shown at the register.
Fuel leak.
Fuel has leaked from a truck.
That ain't
Due
good.
to the expected rain, any remaining fuel could end up in the storm drains. Location, West Johnson Street.
Do I not have anyone? I swear I had someone going to that vandalism thing. Probably the guy I just pulled off. Where's he going? They're all going to prison. See? I need to put both people in one car.
The parties involved cannot reach an agreement. The product remains in the store.
I gotta remember I got this guy sitting down there. I keep forgetting about him.
The leaking fuel has been successfully removed. A caller reports a scooter without a license plate. Location, Howard Place.
Not a scooter without a plate. Most important call there is.
A water pipe has burst in a residential building. Turn off the water and pump the basement dry. Location, West Gilman Street. Attention storm. Strong winds can uproot trees, damage gas pipes, and cause power cuts. A building is on fire and needs to be extinguished. Location, West Mifflin Street. A crowd of people has formed around the burning building.
I could have swore I brought myself a drink in here, but guess not.
The scooter was found with the rider still on it. The license plate is missing. A police report is being filed. The water was turned off. A Smoke detector has reported the development of smoke. It must be checked whether a fire has broken out. Location, West Gilman Street.
I think it might almost be time for me to get another fire truck, but our base setup really isn't ideal.
Further damage was prevented.
Once again, I forgot the guy was sitting right there. I'm send him over there to help with crowd control anyways. Looks like it could be a pretty good fire. Pretty bad fire, I guess.
A garbage can has caught fire and is burning. Location, North Lake Street.
Alright, hold on. We are going to put another one in here. We're going to put it right here. And you guys know the routine. Get the vehicle. Get the employees.
Fire has been detected and must be extinguished. A crowd of people has formed around the burning building.
Oop. Alright.
The crowd is now at a safe distance from the fire.
What's going on? Let's figure this out. Extinguish fire. Looks like they also need a cop over there. Is that the garbage can one? Yeah. They can just get out of there, I guess. I might have to get another fire truck down there. Nah, they got it. They got it.
The garbage can was extinguished. The fire has been successfully extinguished.
Some of them over there, too. I don't know what's going on. It seems to be held up there for a minute. The cop I'm sending there is super tired, but I'm sure he'll get in and out quickly. Hello, are you there? Where's he going? Fire's been burning a while. See, if we had the EMS and everything, they'd be having an ambulance running down there and all kinds of crap.
The fire has been successfully extinguished, but the emergency services on site suspect arson. After questioning witnesses,
Shit.
suspects have to be arrested.
Okay. Hopefully we can get a cop. See, too bad I didn't leave that cop sitting there. He'd been useful now.
The crowd is now at a safe distance from the fire.
What was that? Oh, the flooded basement. Whatever. It is what it is. Hazard substance and company. I don't know if that's fire or police.
The perpetrator was successfully arrested.
Send one of each down there and see what happens. Alright. Boom, that's done. I can take them to prison and they can get back to the station because they're tired. See what I got going on with the vehicles that are here. This one could use a wash. This one could use a wash. Give them fuel. Ah, so it was fire. The cop's probably useless being there. Okay, I just noticed that he is really bad. Let's see, we got 93. What are we going down this time? Our arrival time's down. Everything else is just staying the same. They want our fleet to look better, so get them washing and washing, washing. Not even that bad, but you're still gonna go wash. Just like you're still gonna go refuel.
Attempted to enter the stadium with fireworks and are now banned from the stadium. Location, Cole Center. Security personnel must be interviewed, and their personal information must be recorded.
If our map is a little bigger, we could have the Capitol in it. Not only the Cole Center, but then Camp Randall would be in there as well. Tree on a road.
A tree is blocking a road and needs to be removed. Location, North Fairchild Street.
Go, 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 go.
A caller reported a vehicle that had repeatedly crossed the middle line. The caller is still at the scene and can identify the driver. Location, N Charter and W Johnson, SB.
Don't think they really need that second car at the stadium
A
ban.
dog was left in a car that is getting hotter and hotter. Location, West Main Street.
But as long as I
The
send him
perpetrator
over to
was
that,
successfully arrested.
he'll go over with his sirens on to make him get across the map quicker, and I can send him somewhere else. Like to this dog. What kind of asshole locks a dog in a hot car? It's the kind of shit that pisses me off.
The witness statements were recorded. The tree has been successfully removed and the road is clear again. An animal welfare complaint has been filed against the owners. The owners must be identified. The smell of alcohol was detected on the driver's breath. A breathalyzer test must be administered.
She said breath right, and then still said breathalyzer. Oh shit. Send him to the dog.
A dispute has arisen. The situation needs to be investigated. Location, North Francis Street. The assigned emergency services cannot complete the task, try to unlock a door, and are waiting for new instructions. A blood alcohol level of 1.2 was recorded. The driver must be arrested.
Cop can't even break
The
a
owners
car
have been
window.
identified. They face a heavy fine.
Where is this guy?
The dog was successfully rescued and tended to.
There he is. Sleep, dude. I shouldn't have to tell these people to sleep. It's crazy. Sun 2. Inspect fire door.
An employee refuses to leave the company-owned apartment. The boss threatens to have the lock removed. A slippery surface caused by an oil spill was reported at an intersection.
Slow it down,
Location,
slow it
West
down, slow it
Washington
down.
Avenue.
What did I just do? The cops can do anything until the...
Burglary has been reported in a residential building. The suspected perpetrator is still in the area around the building. Location, West Dayton Street. Several residents witnessed the incident and should be interviewed. The contracts provided are unclear. The tenant remains in the apartment. A possible drug deal between two people was reported. The situation needs to be investigated. Location, Lathrop Drive. The oil spill has been successfully cleaned up. The perpetrator was successfully arrested. The witness statements were recorded.
Bloop. There we go. Oh, 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 oh. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on.
The officer saw a drug deal taking place. All persons involved must be arrested. A 17-year-old girl reported hearing strange noises coming from her brother's apartment and fears he might be in danger. Location, West Doty Street.
You know what that call is?
The dealer was arrested.
It's the buyer. I honestly should have had another cop over there. It's my fault. We might fail that one.
A 3-year-old is reported missing after a front door was left open. Gather information from the parents to determine the next step. Location, Wisconsin Avenue.
He's
The
not gonna
buyer
get
was
the...
arrested.
Oh, good, we did do it. Speed this along. Wait for the firefighter to open the door. Oh, are they not going to need it this time?
The officers questioned the 17-year-old. They could also hear the noises coming from the apartment. Despite knocking, ringing the doorbell, and calling out, the brother did not respond. The fire department must force the door open. The door has been opened and the apartment can now be entered. The parents are not certain that the child left the house. Choose where you'd like to start the search. The sister's concern turns out to be unfounded. The brother is fine and obviously in a great mood. He was having a good time with his girlfriend and simply didn't notice the world around him.
Stop putting that on a pedestal.
The toddler was successfully located wandering the neighborhood and has no injuries. However, an investigation into child endangerment must now be performed. No evidence of child endangerment was discovered. The parents have been given child safety advice to prevent future incidents.
I'm going back up. Going to build quick and see something here. I've never used these garage doors. I don't even know how they work. Where do you put them? Rolling door. Huh. Well, that's weird. Hmm? What would you do with it on the side of this? I'm confused by that. Door. Large. What do you think that's for? I'm going to put a rolling door on the side of this just to see what happens. I don't think it's going to do anything, but I don't know what else it would be for. 'Cause it's put a couple trash cans in here. Whatever. Bathroom, put a second sink in there. Which I probably should have put right there that I just blocked with the stupid little trash can. Okay, it wouldn't let me rotate for some reason. That's weird. Research points. We got 50. Get the washing up again. Yeah, let me know in the chat if you know how you're supposed to use those doors, because it seems strange to me. Suppose since I have it there, once I figure out what I'm actually supposed to do with it, I can always just move it.
Attention, exceptionally high crime rate. A particularly high number of crimes are currently being committed. A person's smartphone was snatched from their hand and stolen. The thief must be caught quickly. Location W. Washington S. Broom, EB. A burglary has been reported in a residential building. The suspected perpetrator is still in the area around the building. Location Spring Street. Several residents witnessed the incident and should be interviewed. Pickpocketing incident has been reported. The thief must be caught quickly. Location Freedom Skate Shop.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on. Can't do it that way. Was it the pickpocketing that was at Freedom Skate Shop? Good to know. I think they moved from their current or their old location. I didn't know where they were at. Now I do.
The perpetrator was successfully arrested. A burglary was reported at a residential building. The perpetrators gained entry through the patio door. Evidence must be secured and a report
patio.
filed. Location North.
The patio door.
perpetrator was successfully arrested. The witness statements were recorded.
I would send someone down there, but I think by the time they get there, it'd probably be over.
The perpetrator was successfully arrested.
Screw it. Let's try it anyways. They gotta take a guy up to prison, so they have to pass by. Ooh,
A
drug
possible
dealer.
drug deal between two people was reported. The situation needs to be investigated. Location, Langdon Street. The forensic team has arrived and is beginning to collect the evidence at the scene. Fuel has leaked from a truck.
Wrong button.
Due to the expected rain, any remaining fuel could end up in the storm drain. Location, West Washington Avenue. The report has been filed. Glove print traces and textile fibers were found and secured.
I bet you that's actually probably the fire department has to check that signage.
A water pipe has burst in a residential building. Turn off the water and pump the basement dry. Location, East Johnson Street. The officer saw a drug deal taking place. All persons involved must be arrested. The
I
dealer was
assume that's
arrested.
going to tell us fire has to do it, but we'll see. Oh, maybe not.
A teenager has become stuck in a baby swing. Observe the situation and decide how to free them. Location, West Mifflin Street. An extensive fuel leak has been detected. Additional personnel are needed and surrounding roads should be closed.
Jeez, I keep hitting that. Sorry, everybody. Where's my other fire truck?
The water was turned off.
I had 4, right? Or did I only have 3? No, I only had 3. Never mind, I'm dumb.
The security service has reported a burglary alarm. The perpetrators may still be in the building. Location, Backspace Gallery. The buyer was arrested. Further damage was prevented.
What's going on there? Hold on, slow us down. I don't know what's happening.
It is a false alarm. Choose to use either the Halligan tool or the Jaws of Life to pry the swing apart. Roads were temporarily closed. Fuel leakage into the storm drains was prevented. The teenager has been successfully freed from the baby swing using the Jaws of Life.
Alright, 26. Do beds. Alright, cool. Everyone's headed back to base. Before anything else happens, I think we're gonna call it there. As always, appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in the next one.